Allied Bakeries, as a company, it's the third largest bakery in the UK. We're looking at daily production of a whole raft of white, wholemeal and also seeded products, and their weekly production is close to 10 million units a week. Our prime reason for being here is to be the technical resource for cereals milling and baking, and also food law for ABF. We're testing wheat functionality to start off with, and that's quite key because Allied mills are producing over 500,000 tonnes of flour a year, and we need to make sure that they're using the right wheat quality. So we start from harvest right the way through to grist formulations. We're testing wheat, flour, semolina, milling co-products, which are bran, wheat feed, dry gluten. Wheat varies every year, so every year from a wheat quality point of view is a new challenge. We're also looking at the technical standards, and that is all the specifications that go on the back of Allied Bakeries pack. It's making sure that we've got everything in place so that when the consumer picks it up, they can identify exactly what they're buying. We have something in the region of 700 samples per month coming in. We have over 200 methods in total on the cereals milling and baking science team that I look after. We also have a small contact micro laboratory. Specialists obviously in NIR calibrations, that's one of the key things that we're looking at as well. We had always been looking at it, but we didn't have the expertise for the chemometrics for doing the calibration development. So that's where our friends at Aunir came into place, and we were the Centre for Cereals Milling and Baking Science. We supply the wet chemistry results and the spectra from the instruments, and Aunir then do the statistical analysis because they have expertise in that area to produce and update the calibrations. They produce the calibrations, and we had an agreement to work with them so that we could, one, get some cost benefit in terms of testing at our laboratories here, but also to build up the calibrations and to use them at our flour mills at the same time. We're looking at NIR applications to make things easier, faster, but also a greater acceptability in terms of other types of products we want to measure as well. So we're looking at moisture, protein, fat, ash, and also preservative testing on baked products so that we can get an answer quite instantly. That is key to us because we're doing a lot of development work for not only Allied Bakeries brands like Kingsmill, Bergen, Allinson's and Sunbless, but we're doing all the development for their customer brands, i.e. the big retailers. We have 2 NIR machines in the lab here. They can do a wide range of tests, things like water absorption, flour colour grade, starch damage, Hagberg, the list goes on and on. We were very much surprised at the extent that we were able to use NIR calibrations and to get a good correlation with wet chemistry and the NIR on a number of other parameters at the same time. Of course, this is one of the advantages of the NIR, that you can put one sample through and get multiple test results. We could be testing over 100 samples a day easily. That has been a huge benefit to us as a testing laboratory here because we can get the throughput of samples going through. We've also implemented this technology in the flour mills in 2004 at Allied Mills, and that has been a huge cost saving to them. All the original bits of kit that we were using to do all the different testing parameters, we had to have them calibrated, we had control samples in there, we had consumables in there, and if we look at that, we took out cost savings instantly by not having to do those calibration checks. The NIR allows us to be faster, more efficient, and it gives us a wider scope of analysis. The robustness of the calibrations actually take out some of the variables that you would have by just doing the general experimental tests yourselves as a reference, and we also remove another factor, and that is all the results are downloadable straight into our databases, so you remove any typographical errors as well. Each sample that's analysed on the NIR at the Allied Mills sites
is then automatically transferred into their LIMS system, that's the Laboratory Information Management System. The information that comes overnight into the central database is then used to produce a wide range of statistical process control reports. All of this information is then fed back on a routine basis to the mill, so they can be either proactive or reactive. All of the sites are using the ingot calibrations.
Absolutely superb set of calibrations, and I'm really pleased that we've got a lot of the UK flour milling and other parts of Associated British Foods using those calibrations that were partly developed by ourselves and also Aunir. We've got a good working agreement with Aunir, and we are supplying updates to the NIR calibrations so that it is pertinent, relevant, and if there's new things that we're picking up or a new shift in terms of wheat quality and we're able to see that and add that to the calibrations, then that's the key thing. We want to make absolutely certain that we've got the most up-to-date calibrations, and if there are new parameters that we can measure, then our friends at Aunir, they've got the key metrics to do it, and then we can develop the calibrations. Our whole ethos here is that we continue with all the development of the calibrations for the future.